Good to have.
Welcome.
Hey,
Okay, this is our second ever vendor strategy session.
You're killing me. I just
Start-
told everyone it was the inaugural one. Okay, this is our second ever vendor strategy session.
Well, you guys weren't live. You were backstage talking, weren't you?
No, we're live.
Oh, okay. I thought you were backstage. So, welcome vendors. Sorry, guys, we're going to do an open Q&A box. If you want to go there and tell us who you are, what your business is, so we can recognize you by the business you represent and what marketplace you're in, that would be amazing. We would super appreciate it. Stace, I think it'd be smart to go to the Mac 3 thread and tell them we're live here so they can remind their vendors. Ron, how you doing? Rod, how you doing? Stace, how you doing?
Fantastic.
doing
Thank you.
great. Doing great. Thank you.
Good. Guys, at the end, we'll open this up to live Q&A as well. So we'll populate you into a conversation as opposed to a presentation.
Love seeing all these names here, people that I have gotten to know in many cases. Looking forward to a nice conversation today and ongoing. I would also say we have some members of our corporate team that will be in the shadows. Some of them will be talking. I just want to recognize everybody that's helping all around the world in the Shopley corporate effort. Back to you.
Thank you, partner. Okay, gang, we're just gonna take another second here. Stace, I'm not able to see who's on. It's the first time that's ever happened. I can only see the panelists, but I can't see the attendees.
That's right. I can see him.
That's weird. Okay, so attendees, definitely go to the Q&A and tell us what your company is. So click the Q&A box, tell us your name and which company you're logged in with, so we know who we got here. And we'll get started because some of you guys will be watching this on the replay. So if you're watching the replay, thank you for being here. I'm going to go ahead and just start with a quick intro and message from our Chief Visionary Officer. Ron Williams has been in your shoes, guys, for 3 decades. He's been a product creator, a visionary, CEO, a company creator. This guy's sold and developed companies and products in 150 countries. He's done $1 billion to $2 billion in sales. So, you know, he knows the difficulties, the pain, the stress, the headaches of dealing with our beta 1.0 he gets it, we get it. But Ron, I'll kick it to you to open up today.
Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that, brother. Good to have you here. Good to have Rod here. Good to have Stacy here. Better to have all of our great vendors who are on today, who have a vision, who have a dream, who have great product that they're taking to the marketplace. We're excited to have you here, guys. This is a vision that's bigger than all of us. I want you to know that, so none of us get in the way. No egos, no entitlement, no do me, but serving is greater than selling. And if I were to give you a short message here today, I've looked at most of your products. I think I've seen every single one of your products. You all have beautiful products. I would say this. I would say this is a good time to think big, think global, think big if you can. Okay, some of you are more global than others. I get it, but think worldwide. Because someday the vision here is going to come to your front door. So that's what you want to think big. However, what do you do from an action standpoint? Think as though everything depends on the marketplace, but act as though everything depends on you. This is a great time to bring your energy, your effort, your exposure to the marketplace, because we're going to get there. It's going to converge someday, your thinking and your action. So with that, when I talk to my vendors, when we're coming on, I'm talking to different vendors, I'll always say, hey, think big, but work as though it depends upon you. Get as much exposure and engagement as you possibly can, because this thing is going to take off. And someday when those converge, we'll all know it together, but we're all going to chip in and make this whole thing happen. So grateful that we have our president, we have our CEO here today. These guys have beautiful actions, beautiful visions as well. You're going to hear from that from Nick. So Nick, with that, I'm going to turn it back to Nick, our president, who many of you don't know, some of you do. Nick has been in this industry for a long, long time in terms of just being out there doing business and conversation to get product out in the marketplace. He has done it on the greatest level you possibly can. I'm familiar with him. I knew him in the marketplace when we were competitors. He is a great leader, a great orator, a great worker, if you will. So with that, Nick, I'm going to turn the time over to you because I know you've done billions in revenue in your career, and we're grateful to have you here. I know that our vendors are very appreciative of you. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nick Sarnicola, our president.
Hey, thank you, buddy. I didn't expect the reintroduction, but I'll take it. I'll receive it. And gang, my goal now with Ron and with Rod is to do billions in sales of your products, right? I mean, think about the shift here. You know, I did 2.5 billion. Ron did a couple billion. Rod did a couple billion. Terry's done a couple billion. What are we trying to build with Shapley is how do we do that with your products? And out of the gates, we had an awesome enrollment of a large affiliate base and influencer base ready to rock, and a slow process of onboarding our first wave of vendors, which was you. And unless you joined in the last 2 weeks, you went through those bumps and bruises with us. And I want to acknowledge that. I want to thank you. I feel like we were very upfront and honest, everybody, that was going to be a process, and you guys made it through to the other side, and we're grateful for you for making it through the other side. We're now into Shapley 2.0, and Shapley 2.0 is about automation. It's about speed. It's about expansion. It's about release, new feature releases, you know, anything that can make this thing better, sexier, faster. And today, you know, we're going to be talking about some of those things, and we're demoing some of those things. Maybe you're behind on some of those things, and also a couple operational sides of this as well. You know, and I'll also tease, gang, in 120 days when we go to Shapley 3.0, the technology side of this goes 20, 30, 40x. And this would be a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing for all of you guys that ride with us and now are starting to make sales and starting to have fun and starting to engage to see where this thing goes and what this looks like 120 days from now. So 150 days ago, we had no website. We flipped one on, it had 4 vendors, it had 20 products. Ron, where are we at today, brother? A rough amount of course creators, products.
We're over 100 vendors. I'm betting probably SKU wise, we're in the 1,1700 range, I'm guessing, right now, something like that. I'll confirm. We're rolling. And
we have the capacity, what do you think, to bring on 3 to 5 vendors a day? Where are we at today now?
Well, let me tell you, I went on and checked our tracker here just 30 minutes ago or so. And now I'm seeing from the tokens, vendors come in, their status updated on the tracker. They're moving through the process themselves. I know where they are with their product uploading, everything else. And now that number is, you know, that number is significant enough to know that, you know, the process is working and people are publishing themselves. So there were 3 or 4 vendors today that I hadn't seen before, which is a new experience for me. And I love the fact that, you know, what we envisioned months ago is now worked the kinks out, gotten itself smoothed out, and still in preparation for really just taxing to the right kind of runway and be ready to take off. So we're still in the pre-launch now, and I feel very, very strongly about how it's going, and echo your thanks to all of the vendors that believed with us at a time when we were still super fledgling and young and kicking our way through it.
So it's been a long haul to 150 days to where we're at today, but where we'll be in 150 days from now will be hundreds of vendors, thousands of SKUs. I bet by the end of the year we're at 1,000 plus vendors, maybe 2,000. So it's go time. 2.0 is about automation and speed. You should expect that we will add another next 90 to 120 days, another 5,000 affiliates and or influencers. Those are different connotations for us, or designations. Those are different designations for us. So you should expect that that's what's going to happen. We now have vendors that originate in upwards of 40 countries, if you count every country in the EU, because they can ship interchangeably. We got companies that are shipping into 100 plus countries because of their desire to ship into those countries. Rod will probably tease. Well, I mean, I don't mind if we tease it now because we are talking about vision, and then we're going to go more into execution. We've got new countries on the horizon, countries that are currently in phase 1 that will be moving quickly to phase 2. You want to talk about the Far East here for a second, Rod, just as a little tease?
Sure. Of particular interest to everyone here would obviously be the China development that we're working on right now. Listening in on our call is Chris Cooper, who works out of Bali with us. He's regionally responsible for the Greater China market. Also, Rachel McVinish, who lives in Australia, is working. She's on the call listening in as well. Big kudos to them. They work, together, collaborating for that region and working hard right now. And we have the beginnings of, let's say, 6 or 7 different brands in Hong Kong warehousing. And many of you that are on the call here today, the Zoom, we've had conversations about expanding your brand into China. I want to let those of you that I've had those conversations with, because you've asked me, will tell you that I have agreements, logistics agreements now in my hands as of literally an hour ago. So we'll start doing the final review on drafts. And so operational steps will be there for those of you that here from North America or from wherever you are want to put some of your products perhaps into a Hong Kong location for what is known as cross-border e-commerce. You may have the opportunity to do that. So we'll be looking for more of that coming up, and that will be a huge market for us. They have a huge desire for both Western products from all around the world, not just United States, but everywhere. And also they absolutely love e-commerce and unboxing and live streaming and everything else. It's a huge, huge market for you.
Thank you, buddy. And guys, just a general statement to Rod, Stacy, and anybody listening. For whatever reason, the Q&A is showing me as empty. I know there's some people that have said hello, etc. So if I don't answer any of your questions today, it's for whatever reason I can't see them. So apologize for you guys for that. It's not I'm ignoring you. Okay, and that also makes it so Rod has to answer the most. That's let's start as if you're brand new to the group, and we want to kind of not necessarily onboard you, but just talk about a couple things. Number one is that Telegram channel is going to be home base for all things that we're going to push out to you. We've just hired some additional people into the marketing department, and big on the list is getting information first getting our vendors into the Telegram channel, and then getting information pushed to the vendors through the Telegram channel. If you do not have a marketing coordinator in the Telegram channel, meaning who's the person that runs the store, the Shopley store. I know not all of you guys can be babysitting a Telegram channel. I get that, but you got to have somebody who's watching that channel that's responsible for making revenue inside of that Telegram channel. Inside of your business with Shopley, that can get inside that Telegram channel and pay attention to what's going on in there, because there's definitely missed opportunities. Many of you have sent a "Hey, we're so excited to be with Shopley" video, but many of you guys have not. The first thing that should happen is when you get added to the Telegram thread, give us a 60 to 90 second video that says something like this: "Hey guys, I'm the CEO of Lord & Bell. Here's what's about Lord & Bell. Here's what we do. We're so grateful to be working with you." Act like you're talking to Shopley affiliates and, excited to connect with the Shopley platform and executives. We're going to take your welcome video. You need to write some words, whatever words you want them to know about you or your brand. And we're going to push your welcome video out to 4,000 affiliates that are on our Telegram channel. What this will do is it'll tell them your store is live, and it tells them to go to their website and go check out your store. They might buy something, they might share something. Number two, anytime you have an offer that's new, a new product release, a new offer, or you just want to highlight one of your products, inside of the vendor channel, just give us a commercial. What's the commercial you want us to push? We'll take that commercial and we'll push that commercial into our Telegram thread, but it doesn't stop there. We also have our YouTube channel. We also have our Facebook groups, and we also have our Instagram channel. So many of you have been sitting there only thinking about, okay, I built my store, where's my sales? And I'd love to say it's that easy, but we need now the collaboration of squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? And I don't mean squeaky wheel of what can I say doesn't work, but how can I make myself stand out from all the other vendors? It wouldn't hurt to send a care package to Rod or Ron or myself, I do presentations every day. Right here to my left is 25 vendors that have sent me products. When I go talk about the store, I reach over, I grab a product. Wild Organic Ways in Australia. Here's Stellamar. Thank you for the bottle. Here is AQ Skin Solutions. Thank you. And I'm just highlighting products. The wellness bracelet out of Italy. Thank you. And think about every day I'm presenting and I'm sharing, I'm just grabbing your products. Rebel Lion. Thank you. Just got this today. Awesome influencer pack. They sent me t-shirt, products, stickers. I'll shoot a video on this and I'll get the word out. And for those of you guys who sent me products, I haven't shot a video yet. I'm working on it. I'm sorry. It's not my greatest strength, but I'll get it done. But if I have the products sitting here, I'll show them. This is not a ploy for me to get free products. Maybe it is, but the trade-off is I'm going to talk about your stuff every day. And I would have, you want Rod to wear your hat? Send him a hat. You know, he loves hats. So
Rod needs to wear hats. Yeah.
okay. So it sounds like I'm joking, but I'm serious, guys. This is useful stuff to you. So we can push your story. Now this kind of leads me into a conversation around just the idea of marketing, branding, impressions, you know, just free advertising. Early on, we've never done a vendor presentation. Our vendor presentation is being built right now because we weren't presenting to the open public of vendors. We were just friends and family, right? Our first 100 vendors were friends and family. Now we'll start to build this vendor presentation. And I don't know how many of you guys have thought about this, and I hope you have. Not only do we give you transactions that all you're paying for is your monthly fee and in whatever commission rate that you want to pay. So it's a guaranteed sale before you pay anything besides your monthly fee. But have any of you guys begin to think about, wait a second, I've had 100 different people in 30 different states in 3 different countries post about my product and I paid nothing for that. I had 100 different people tag and share their family. I've had 100 different people drive impressions to my store on Shoply. I had 100 different people that went live and talked about my product, or you know, put on my eye cream, or used, you know, my antioxidant, my antioxidant powder, and poured it in the drink and shook it up and showed everybody on a Facebook Live. Do you know how much you pay for that in the marketing world? I mean, think about the reach. I was just on a call with Tony Lucero, and we're talking about one of his brands, that he brought on. He's like, Nick, I have 30 people that promote this brand on their social media 3 times a week. I was like, does that brand even realize they've paid nothing? Like, well, you're paying your $100 a month, and you just started paying that. When we just start charging people, Rod, last month?
February 1st, I believe.
Well, you may not even yet.
No one got charged before January for their vendor position.
So all of the impressions you've received, the brand awareness, all of that up until now was for the headaches you went through. So that was the trade-off. And now it's $100 a month for that awareness. And we're going to start talking about this because, you know I'm watching people go live. I'm watching people post. I'm watching people share. And we're not charging for any of that. And I want you guys to feel like the value exchange here is real. It's big. If you don't believe it, call an agency and ask them for 25 nano influencers with 1,000 followers and 20% engagement that you want 5 posts from, and tell me how good that bill feels when it shows up for $7,000 up front for them to make those posts. There's people Googling you. There's people going directly to your website. We've probably lost sales because people have gone directly to your website. Now, what am I leading into? Well, obviously, I want to talk about the value exchange, make sure you guys are not just thinking about, oh, I didn't get a sale. But what if we've driven 400 impressions to your store and you haven't gotten a sale? You now have to stop and say, what does my store look like? If we've driven 500, have any of you actually gone to your store and said, if I was a customer, would I want to buy now? Because I've looked at some of these stores and there's some extremely smart business people on the line here. And I don't think you've built your store with the eyes of hundreds of consumers are going to make a decision to buy based on what experience they're having here. Even if Stacy brought them there, if they get turned off or don't get excited, they don't have full explanations. There's not 10 pictures on a carousel for each product. There's not a hype video that explains to me as a customer a little bit about this technology. We can't get annoyed with Shopply if Shopply sales aren't converting when they're reading your information. So that's the part that, okay, we've got this thing going. We've got people posting, we got people sharing, but what they see, like, I'm gonna give you guys, like, I'm gonna joke, but kind of not. Some of you guys got blurry banner ads with, like, I don't know, like, you got to think like a marketer. Average people are going to your store. What do you want them to see? I know I'm being very direct, but I want to make you money. And if you're an affiliate and you see a store that's not sexy, or it's not built out, or doesn't explain anything, or it's got a blurry banner ad, the affiliate's probably not going to push you. Or if they do, the customer might not buy. Rob, would you like to say anything nice with my bluntness?
No, I actually think your bluntness is perfect, but I would say that I have noticed, and I think statistically, it doesn't matter what kind of product you have. It can be a $5,000 piece of jewelry. It can be a $10 piece of jewelry. It can be a $5,000 training course. It can be a $10 training course. It's not really that. It's about how well you position it. It's about the value that you drive in the mindset of the customer when they come on. And I also would say to you that there's a big long-term vision will also be more collaboration between influencers pro on different vendors through here. And don't be surprised when you start seeing a few actual affiliate nights start to happen where people get together in a group with a backdrop, a Shopply backdrop, and a couple of affiliate brand backdrops. They get together and they collab a launch live with product at a home or someplace. There's things like that starting to happen. So this is a a boutique place, I think, Nick, where you can not just generate sales and drive brand development and acceptance, but you can do all sorts of testing, all sorts of releasing, all sorts of collaboration with a tight boutique community that you have here that you cannot get in other places.
It's great, and some of you have been super interactive. You say, guys, we're having an event, and you're like, I'm on a plane. Like, when I think if I could get in front of 50 people that lead 5,000 affiliates, and I can take them to lunch, and I can take them to dinner, and I can buy them a beer, and I can try to influence them to sell my stuff, that's smart. Guys, when we throw events, get there. Now, in the future, our events are going to be like exhibits. You'll buy tables, you'll buy spaces, you'll build out just like you would at a major convention that you're going to attend. And that's what we'll look like in the future. But while we're still early on and we're grassroots, we can really work together in a cool way to feature you. For example, every Thursday we do a vendor training call where you can train. It's always 100 salespeople and then another 100 watching the replay. Like, some of you guys are trying to hire a new salesperson and you're going through 100 interviews. And I'm like, I got 200 people looking for stuff to sell every Thursday. Gotta get on there. Wow us. Blow them away. Tell them why they should sell your stuff. Like, excite them. We'll set you up. In fact, tomorrow we need 3 vendors. We try not to feature the same vendor more than once in the same month. If any of you, Stacy, do you have any vendors yet locked for tomorrow? This is our fault. We haven't been. Again, we've hired some new marketing coordinators that are going to be getting way in advance on this stuff. But anybody that wants to be featured, that's never been featured, that wants to be on tomorrow with 100 salespeople live and another 100 watching it, or 200 watching a replay, these are our most engaged 300 salespeople. Just throw it in the Q&A box there, and Stace will grab it, and we'll try to get you on tomorrow. You got 15 minutes. You can show slides. You can share. You can bring on testimonies. So these are all ways for us to collaborate. You're looking for more value, hit it, Ron, and we want to bring you more value.
Yeah, I think our most recent, so we're all going through great learning curves. It's exciting and it's fun. We're getting better at it from our side, and we're working together with the vendors as they come on to our snapshots where we get to intro them and train the field on using their words, and they get to speak it. I think it's really great. We got a really good flow in the last couple of these, and I think you'll see that continue to be attended. When we talk about key leaders attending, we're talking about the influencers and influencers pro who head up teams of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 other influencers and influencers pro who each are working on building their teams and their affiliates. So it's a leveraged call, a leveraged Zoom for you to be there. And my suggestion is, as you're prepping and going to do that, come having as much fun in your mind as you can, connecting with everyday people, the people that you would want to befriend at a luncheon or something else. You wish you could sit down with them one-on-one, interact as if it's just them, you and one other person on the Zoom, and talk directly to them. One last thing I'll say, Nick, and pass back to you afterwards. I think we've noticed that those vendors that get very engaging on that call, on that Zoom, and even suggest to Influencers Pro to reach out directly to me in messages, right? Do whatever you want from the storefront, reach out to me. All of those things make a difference in the success and the connection you get with influencers. When you connect with influencers, you drive sales, period.
It's beautifully stated. And where I think some of the vendors get disconnected on is they think sometimes they're talking to the consumer. And we're bringing on Stacy, how many, I know you've got 1,000 that have enrolled, but how many real, active in a month might make a post or might plug into something? How many active influencers and affiliates are you working with personally in your team?
Probably active right now, every single week, about 50 to 60. Active.
At least. You said every week. I'm talking about in a month. I'm going to guess you got 100, 150 that'll pop in and out. Okay, so we'll go with 100. How many countries is that 100 touching?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 countries. So if Stacy's watching and you light her up on a product or a product idea, you're talking to someone that influences immediate 100 people that could post about it tomorrow. Don't underestimate that. I'll give you guys an example. Beachbody just eliminated their entire MLM channel 3 months ago. We just signed up one of their main producers. I did personally yesterday. She's like, all right, show me what you got in fitness. Show me what you got in weight loss. Show me what you got. She's looking for you. Like, how cool is this? We're doing the recruiting, and we're going to go get somebody tomorrow from Unique, because Unique cut their MLM channel. We'll get somebody to the next day from Rodan and Fields looking for a makeup company and a skincare company. You guys are those vendors, but you got to show up. You got to be engaged. And I know in the back of some of your minds, like, where the hell was this in September? I got it. We're moving on. It's 2.0. We're ready. Full communication, full interaction, full engagement. Put your Nikes on. It's time to run. So let's go forward with 2 of the things I got that we've told you guys about in the past, but we need a call to action on. Let's talk about affiliate bundles. This is something that we learned as we went. We asked about maybe the first time a month and a half ago for each vendor to put together an affiliate bundle. What's an affiliate bundle? Every time we now sign up an affiliate, we ask them to buy an affiliate bundle. So we're asking you to put together a package of a cross section, of your products. You want to discount it, and you want to offer your commissions. Discount it and offer commissions. So where are we going with this? There we go.
You want to do the pull down and show.
There we go. So if you see, go ahead, Stacy, you lead it, because I don't know where your slides are taking us.
I was just going to show them where the affiliate bundle was behind you. So you want me to talk about it? Okay, perfect. So when you guys log in your back office in the dashboard, this is where you'll find how you can code it. I know a couple people couldn't find it and they weren't quite sure how to code it so that it was actually searchable. And so when you're actually in a new product, either one that you've already created or one that you're creating for new, you'll find under the category section, affiliate bundle is actually one of the categories. All you have to do is make sure that is toggled on and chosen. And you can see it right here in this red box. And as soon as you do that, what will happen is when they go to the shop button and choose affiliate bundle, they will all populate there for them. So you can see right here on the left in that yellow square, that's the affiliate bundle category. And as soon as you put your stuff up on the site, all of them will populate for our affiliates and their influencers when they're going and looking for the affiliate bundle if you have coded it correctly under that correct portion. So make sure you guys do that. This actually, when I took this, there's I think 30 something now actually up on the site as affiliate bundles, which is amazing. So that means some of you guys have gotten them up already.
I love the way the difference of an architect and a salesperson thinks. I wanted to show them affiliate buttons, then show them how to upload it. You're like, no, let's show them how to upload this. So let me tell them what it is. You did a good job of showing them now where it locates. And guys, go backwards to Stacy's explanation as to how to upload it. But what's going to happen is an affiliate is going to get asked to pick an affiliate bundle. So anything tagged as an affiliate bundle pops up here. Now they're joining as a free affiliate and spending $200-300. And you want to make sure you price it right. So cross-section your products, discount plus commission. You got to pay the commission on it. In the future, we're going to pay that commission as a rebate. So meaning just a lower price, but we're not there yet with the tech because that's a full new build out on this idea. But you can see here's a bunch of good affiliate bundles that are already pre-built. And now this affiliate gets the care package. They're shooting an unboxing video. Let's say Bell and Capri. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They got an unboxing video. Now they got 15 different videos for 15 different products, 15 different lives for 15 different products. Think about all the free advertising that one affiliate is doing by going live with all these different products over the course of 30 days. That's what we're trying to do here on behalf of you by pushing you out there. Had we should have done this from day one. We didn't. We get the idea now. We know we know it has to be done, and we need you guys to put these together as you can. Rod, go ahead, and Stacy, anything else you want to share on this?
Yeah, I think super quick. I would make sure. I think you mentioned it a couple of times. Maybe I just didn't have my ears turned on correctly. But let's make sure we know. Yes, they're going to adjust the CV. They're going to adjust the price point to make it so it's an attractive price point. We're not asking you as a vendor to take some hugely reduced revenue stream or net profit amount in. You make the adjustments as you see fit. Then going back and marrying this to Nick's early comments, how you do that, what you choose, how you promote it, what kind of debate you have within yourself that gets you settled on that point, that will have an effect on the uptick and the take up of your affiliate bundle. But those would be strategies you need to talk through with people.
And Rod, you nailed, I should have said that. Many of you have asked us to do this with you. We can't do this with you. But if you're working with somebody, say, I want to meet your diamond influencer, your diamond leader, they'll help you with this because they're the ones pushing it. We're not pushing. I generically speak about all of you guys. But if, Craig Schultz in Australia, if Aaron Byerly in Australia, if, Jake Dixon in Minnesota, if they're pushing certain affiliate bundles and they're yours, then you want to get with them to talk through the numbers that they feel most comfortable with to push you. I'm almost wrapped here. I've got one more thing I want to bring up. We have a new feature that's gone live. Some of you guys have jumped on this. This is an affiliate training tool. Our affiliates have been begging for training from you guys. You guys have been trying to figure out ways to train them. We've come up with a solution. We've released it. Some of you guys have got on it. Some of you guys are getting aware right now about it. What this is you can build out training courses for our affiliates that they're just free training courses. The customers cannot see these. You could probably, I think you can upload PowerPoints, you can use videos, I'm gonna kick this to Stacy, she's the brains on this. And I'm gonna show them, Stacy, where it populates first, and then we'll go explain how to do it. So Stace, if you want to take us to somebody who's maybe built an affiliate training course to teach our affiliates what they need to know about selling your products or services or courses. So I've seen a few of you guys up that have done this already, so thank you for that. But okay, we got Ghoulie Solutions here. I want to call out, there's a button right here called training. This will not populate on your store until you upload a training for affiliates. So that's Ghoulie Solutions has uploaded it. That's why that's populated. When an affiliate is logged in up here and they see a vendor that has a training button, they click on it, they know there's something there that they can learn and go through. I think this is an exceptional idea for all of our affiliates to get up to speed on what it is that you have to teach. We want speed and automation. We want to limit the amount of human interaction of Q&A. So Stace, take it away.
Muted.
There we go. I've got some quick slides just to show you guys where to find this, because I know that can be the challenge when you're looking and trying to figure out and navigate the system. So when you guys log in, you go to your dashboard, you'll see those icons that pop up first. So this, if you've done an e-learning course, this will look very familiar to you because this is exactly the same interface and the place where you're going to go do the training tutorial. So when you go to the e-learning dashboard, if you've done physical products, Allie, can you grab him? If you do physical products, this will be a new interface for you. So you're going to click e-learning dashboard. You're going to log in with your username. And then from there, it'll take you to a new dashboard that will look like this. If you haven't done anything yet, these will all be zeros, and you're going to hit create new course. Once you hit create new course, it takes you to the next screen where you actually will be building out the course itself. The most important button that I can tell you if you're building out the training course is that you're toggling on this button right here that says training content. When you toggle that on, that's how the system will recognize where it goes and makes it an actual training course in that tab that we just showed you. Everything else, there is a tutorial in your back office under Docs that walks you through kind of how to populate all of this information and create the training course and upload the videos and all of that. As normal, if you have any questions, let us know and we can help with getting the right information to you. If you have any questions about how to upload the course, all of those things, we absolutely can help you with that. But watch the tutorial first, because I actually go through the entire process of how to upload a video, how to code everything. And the only difference, again, is just that training button, making sure that's toggled so it appears in the right place for you guys. And that's it for me. Rod, is there anything else you wanted me to go over with that, or Nick?
No, I think that's perfect. That helps them. I think many that are on this Zoom have already gotten a little bit of training on it, but this rounds it up for everybody. So again, those tutorials are also they're also in the back office right now on the Docs station, where they can figure out, take a little bit of time, learn a little bit about the e-learning as well. And now with that little training, they'll be able to see how to make sure it's available to influencers and affiliates, et cetera, if that's their intent.
So Rod, I'm gonna give my closing thoughts, because as you can see, presto changeo, I gotta go speak at an event because I gotta go find all of you guys more salespeople. Rod's gonna talk about some operational items for you guys. We're gonna do this call every week, same time. There'll always be a recording. The recording will be posted where? In the Telegram thread. Make sure you get a marketing coordinator that's in charge of all things Shoply inside of that Telegram thread with us. That Telegram thread is gonna be the lifeline of us working together. I'll wrap up with future strategy sessions, and we'll make this announcement in the next couple days. We're likely going to open it up to half the call with companies that are building the store, half the call with companies that have already built the store. And we'll either invite you at 5 o'clock or 5:30, because we're not going to have enough announcements every week that it's going to merit the call for both. But we do have enough people joining as new vendors each week that will definitely merit that. So, guys, I'll end where I started. If you were here before December 31st, grateful for your engagement, grateful for your willingness to ride out the storm with us to get to Beta 2.0. Thank you for being part of that, friends and family. Hopefully you guys have been happy with the amount of just us sharing, our team leaders sharing, our community leaders, our affiliates sharing, free impressions, free advertising. We just started charging finally this month. Now it's a give and take. Push your content to us, get interactive, get us what we need so we can get you out there to the world. And Rod Larson, kick it over to you.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for joining us, Nick. Good luck with your meeting. Folks, part of what we're going to do with these sessions is to make sure we spend a minute either giving you an update on something that is new or important for you to know in the dashboard in terms of process. We're talking to you about an exciting release of a new possibility for you to expand sales and brand. So we're going to keep this fairly short today, and I think we're likely to do these sessions about twice a month at this point. Might be a little bit more, but we'll see how this shakes out. Next time when we talk through this, we will also cover some things like coupons and some other different subscription type items that are starting to come up now, and we think we're going to have a way to enhance them. Our usage of the coupon structure within our platform is what allows us to do the tokens, for example, for all of our Influencers Pro. So that coupon structure now we're using to work through, and we'll be able to put some training together, put it on the dashboard for you to see on the Doc Center for it. So there's a lot of good things happening. About every 2 weeks, we're going to be announcing directly to you on this channel, also on the channel, but also on this webinar stuff that you can see and use to help grow your business. We got 2 looms put together. I want to introduce you to members of the team that you'll get to know even more. Some of you have had a chance to get to know them during your interactions with us during the original onboarding process. I would echo what Nick said. Sure appreciate everybody that joined us during that time frame and your willingness to go through that startup beta phase 1, which is always the most painful. But are very happy with where we're headed now and excited with the speed. And I want you to understand that as everything scales, the scale of influencers, the scale of affiliates around the world, the opportunity for you to continue to build your brand in different locations around the world will only continue to be enhanced. So around the world right now, we have several corporate officers that work with us in various ways. We've always had this philosophy that we would want to work with the best of the best, even during our startup phase, because even though that means that people that are used to running companies are sometimes doing data entry or doing other things like that, the reason we do that is that is how we learn where the challenges, the successes, the pains, the frustrations, all of that lie, and that's how we solve them. So I've mentioned already on this call, and some of you have talked or have met Chris Cooper, who is Regional Director over Greater China. Rachel McVinish, also Regional Director over APAC. They work together. Ellie Davis is a Director over Onboarding and Vendor Support. And Zarika Bosev is a Director of Customer Support and Diamond Level Support. And she works directly with the vendors, all of you, on reconciliation and on your vendor wallet. So we're going to do a couple of looms here today. We'll start first with Ellie Davis. And she'll talk a little bit about the dashboard, about some updates to the vendor handbook that Chris and Rachel have been working on, a couple of other things. And then we'll finish up with Jorge Alvarado, who is essentially our Chief Technology Officer, who basically he's like the man behind the curtain. So we'll finish up with those 2. We'll do a couple of looms. So let's do that real quick, Stacy, if you're ready.
Hey, Rod, I think I got locked out when something happened. Let me log out and log back in. Give me 1 second and I'll come back in and play the videos because it's not giving me any permissions. So give me 1 sec.
Perfect. We'll do that. So listen, I have noticed while we're waiting for her to log back in, the Q&A is still open. What I've done is basically just said hello to most of you that have said where you're calling in from. It'd still be appropriate if you have any questions that I can answer, and I can respond back directly to you, or I can respond back in group form. So do go ahead and jump on the Q&A if you like. And hopefully you got a feel from Nick in terms of being able to bring other members of your corporate teams on, whether it's a marketing person or an ops person, to join us on these sessions. It would be fantastic. Really a good use of their time. Okay, so I'm gonna ping back to you, Stacy, and see if you've been successful at doing this or not.
Something's up with our Zoom because Nick didn't have permissions and now I don't have anything. So
Let me
it's not letting me
see.
share for some reason. And I just came from the slides, so I'm not quite sure what's going on.
Okay, let me see really quick, guys. Just bear with me for 1 second. I'm going to see if I can do it really quick. Let me see if I can share screen here, guys.
Stacy, I just made you the host. You're muted, Stacy.
Yeah, everything's blacked out when I go to share for some reason.
So let me go ahead and see if I can bring it up here in a different window. Give me 1 second, guys. I think it's super valuable for us to do this today. So let me screen share on 3 and bring up. Almost there, guys. Hopefully I can get it to play and it's not a full permission issue on our side. Okay, tell me if you can see this, Stacy, on the screen right now. You're muted if you can see it, tell me.
Yep, you're good.
All right, so I'm going to start. Let me bring up this other one real quick. First off, we'll do this from. Okay, here we go. Let's push play, and this will be Ellie Davis going through some documentation with you. Here we go.
And I'm excited to be here with the Shoply corporate team. In my role, I helped early vendors get verified for KYC, and I work closely with our teams to develop resources that make onboarding as smooth as possible for you guys. I've also been collaborating and working really closely with the lovely Rachel McFinish and Chris Cooper to gather insights from you all and shaping and building the resources that you guys see here in the docs section. And also, you've probably seen some of the communications that I've helped refine if you've seen anything from the support team. So, and I wanted to also highlight one of our latest resources being this new Shoply 2.0 vendor dashboard manual. So this is now available for everyone, and it is a comprehensive guide that just kind of walks vendors through everything they need to know how to navigate their dashboard on the back end of things when it comes to managing their business effectively and just, getting around. So we're always working on new tutorials and documentation for this. So be sure to check it back for some updated tutorials, some videos, and you'll probably be hearing from me a little bit more sometime soon.
All right, so that's Ellie Davis, and she many of you have talked with her and worked through some issues as we're getting through KYC. Now I can tell you that Ellie is the architect of many of the advances that we've got in terms of the tracker, in terms of working directly with the KYC teams on process, the KYC teams, the legal teams, incredible. So lots of evolution happening there. So that's Ellie Davis. We will save the one for Zurika that we will share with you next time, but it's important. Stacy, if you can find that one and bring it up, that'd be great. If not, we're going to go straight to Jorge real quick and give you a chance. Many of you, I'm kind of fond of saying, we don't always bring Jorge out in public because he's such a valuable asset for us time-wise. But so many of you have said that have had the chance to get to know him. He's just a great guy, and he really is. So let me start this one over and I'll bring it up and introduce you to Jorge Alvarado.
Hi, everyone. This is Jorge Alvarado. I just want to cover a couple of things. When you're setting up your product, let's talk about country availability and shipping. So let's say that I want to take this product, a super product example, and make sure that that is available for sale in the US and Canada only. Okay, what I'm going to do is to go after I set up all the product, the price, etc. At the inventory section, I can add the countries where this product will be available for sale, because these are the countries where I can ship from to. So I will add United States, and I will also add Canada. So the way to do it is to go to the inventory section, vendor warehouse, and I'm choosing sell to specific countries. By default, your product is going to be sold to all countries. Once I'm done with it. Always remember save it. Before you even change to a different section, save it. Okay, I'm going to save it as a draft. And now once it's saved, I can continue with the next step. Okay, I just saved it. I'm going to come back to inventory. I can see the countries there. Now the next step, let's talk about shipping. Your shipping section has 10 options or 9 options for shipping classes. What is a shipping class? It's a way for you to distinguish amongst your different products that you offer, maybe for creating a slightly different rule for shipping. And I will, for example, tag this as shipping class 1. I can have as many products in my catalog tagged as shipping class 1. And that means that when I do the settings for all products who are shipping class 1, they would follow the same rule. For example, maybe all my shipping class 1 products will have a flat rate of $9. No matter how many products they add, is just going to charge those $9. Okay, I can do that for shipping class 1. But maybe I have other kind of products that I can tag as shipping class 2, for example, or 3 or 4, as whatever I want. And maybe that is going to follow a different rule. Once I have assigned the shipping class, I save it. Again, always save it. Always save your work before you move on to the next section. And finally, when you go to settings and the shipping section right here, you will be able to enable the different regions or countries where your product is going to be shipped. In this case, in this example, I'm using US and Canada, right? So I would start by clicking on the country, US, and then by clicking there, I'm going to be able to choose if I'm going to assign a flat rate, or maybe in the US, I have another shipping method which is a free shipping, for example. I can add it as well. But let's keep it simple. At the moment, it's just going to be flat rate. Then once you have it enabled, let's go to the configure section. And here is where I'm going to take advantage of these shipping classes that we mentioned before. So for example, I want to charge $9. That's going to be the base cost. But then if somebody adds another bottle of the same shipping class 1 products, it's not going to add anything else. It's just going to be the $9. However, if somebody is buying shipping class 2 products, what this is going to do is to charge $12 for the first bottle, and then $3 for the second bottle, an extra $3, an extra $3 for the third bottle, et cetera, et cetera. So basically, we are just indicating here that we want to add $3 depending on the quantity of products. So as you can see, the reason I said the first bottle is going to be $12 is because we're taking the 9 plus 3 for the first product. Imagine there is a quantity of 1. If there was a quantity of 2 of this shipping class 2 products, then we would see a charge of $15 total for the 2 bottles. It's 12 for the first one, and then 3 for the next one. Then the last thing is that we can choose if we want to do the calculation per shipping class or per order completely, save shipping method, and that's it. You have set up your shipping option for the USA. And now I choose Canada in my example, in this example, and I can assign completely different rules for this market. Again, flat rate, configure, and I can now, maybe to Canada, it's not $9, it's going to cost me $20. I'm just making up a number here. I can enter whatever number here, and again, I can add any other.
Nope. Well, that was the end of the loom, but I think it makes total sense here as we're looking at it, how that works, and it's very important. The reason we had a discussion this morning, and the reason we had Jorge focus on specifically that topic on shipping and countries, is because now as we're going through into phase 2.0 and advancing beyond, now all of the members, wherever they start to show up in our company, in our wherever they are regionally, they will be able to buy electronic products, digital products, e-learning, whatever, from wherever they are. But you as vendors, when you are deciding where you want to ship, if you have the logistics capacity to ship to a market and you want to ship there, then you need to set up the shipping zone for that market, set up exactly the details and configurations you want. And then you want to make sure that any product that you're selling that can go to that market is tagged with the country codes, because now when people log in as an affiliate or a member of any type, influencer pro or affiliate, as they log in, that's what allows them to see what is absolutely available in their home market. Okay, so they would be able to change it at the top of the screen. So again, this is hopefully this is useful to you. We'll continue to do little vendor trainings, little vignettes, little little looms, excuse me, for the Zooms as we go forward. So let's see. I'm just looking to see. I don't see any. I see a lot of nice comments. Thank you very much for all of your great comments. Tomorrow, I believe, Stacy, the vendor call is at 7 p.m. Central. Is that not right? For a vendor call? Okay. So yes, that's when
Yep.
we'll be there.
Correct.
And
Rod,
if
I
you have
sent you
not-
Zarika's. It's if you look in the chat, I sent you the link to it, so you can just click it and play it.
Okay, let's do that real quick. I think it's important. It has to do with your wallets. We'll cover that real fast. And then we will call it a good Zoom and go from there. So here we go. This is Zarika Bosev. I'm going to start
Hello,
this over.
I'm Zarika Bosev, and I work with Shopping Support and Operations.
Oh,
Today
you
I'll be
gotta
talking to you
share
about the Vendor Wallet.
share your screen, Rod, so we can
The
see
Vendor
it.
Wallet is
Oh,
created
boom.
for our Shopping.
That one shared. 1 second, guys.
Once you have clicked on the Vendor Wallet, you will be taken.
Almost there, guys. This is why we have Stacy run these, because she's so much better at it than we are.
Until my computer rebels against Nick and I today.
Okay, you can see it now, right?
Hello, I'm Zarika Bosev, and I work with Shopping Support and Operations.
No, you have
Today
to
I'll be
hit
talking to
share.
you about the Vendor Wallet.
Hmm.
A Vendor Wallet is created for our Shoply vendors to be able to
It's sharing, but it's sharing the wrong screen. There we go. There we go. Okay. One more time. All right.
Hello, I'm Zarika Bosev, and I work with Shopping
Good to go.
Support and Operations. Today I'll be talking to you about the Vendor Wallet. A Vendor Wallet is created for our Shoply vendors to be able to retrieve their earnings from any Shoply orders that have been processed, shipped, and completed through the system. There are two components to the wallet. The first one being the Vendor Wallet through Shoply.com that is accessible through the dashboard. The e-wallet that is set up through a company called iPayout. The two wallets work together so that you can ultimately receive the funds to your bank account. The first wallet is the Shoply wallet. We call it the Vendor Wallet, that is available for you to access and click on through your dashboard. Once you have clicked on the Vendor Wallet, you will be taken to another screen that will show what is available through your actual Vendor Wallet. It will display the cash available. It will allow you to withdraw funds. You can see any pending orders. Pending orders are those orders that are completed. However, they are still within the 21-day hold period. You will also be able to see history. The history will be any orders that have been processed through that are no longer pending, and any other transactions. In this case, for testing purposes, we show a $100 transaction that has been added to this wallet. It'll show in green as a plus amount. Any withdrawals will show in red as negative transactions. So you have, in this case, $100 to withdraw. Once that is withdrawn, it will show as a negative in a separate transaction. You can access and withdraw funds just by clicking Withdraw Funds. When you select Withdraw Funds, another screen will come up that will show you the transfer option. You will have the balance, and you can add an amount that you would like to transfer. It will only take whole numbers, so you don't need to add any special characters or cents. And when the transfer button lights up in blue, you'll be able to request that transfer. The transfer will then go out to the e-wallet, which is the iPayout system. You will receive a registration link once we have set up your e-wallet through iPayout, so that you can then go in and set up your account, including your password, so you can use that for future logins. From here, you can access the website, which will take you to the login page. The login page will then, you will then be taken to the login page where you will enter your username and password. And from there, you will then be able to access your e-wallet. We will set up your e-wallet with as much information as possible, including any bank account information that was provided to us. You also have the option to go ahead and add any bank account information. Under My Account, you can withdraw funds, through the withdraw funds feature. And you will see any transactions that have been requested, that are processing, or have been voided through in this section here. The two systems work together, and so you would need to transfer your funds from the Shoply wallet to the e-wallet in order to then ultimately transfer them to your bank account. You can set up automatic transfers on the e-wallet. I would be familiar with the fee structure for the market that you're in, so that way you can determine what is the best possible way for you to retrieve your funds. Is it every single transaction that you send over, or it could be that you log in a few times a month and retrieve your funds, however you want to do it. The two systems work well together, and once you have access to both of them, you will be able to manage your Shoply earnings however you feel is the right way for you. If you have any questions or
Gotta love Looms when they chop off the last few seconds. So that's it. I think it's very critical. Clearly, everyone here on this call is also in it to make sure they have a successful business and you have the abilities there. So make sure that your wallets are set up right. Make sure your country codes and your shipping configurations are set up correctly. And then thanks to Chris and Rachel and Ellie, you will see a lot more Looms or training tutorials show up on the dashboard. I expect before it's all said and done, there will be somewhere between 12 and 15 or so different Looms for you to see how you can use at the utmost the system for you to develop and continue to brand your product and have more success every month. So that's the plan. And stay in tune with us on the vendor Telegram channel to see when the next one of these will be. And also make sure you reach out directly to Stacy about being on the vendor spotlight tomorrow night. All right. So thank you so much for joining us. We've just rounded past an hour. We want to always keep this an hour or less if possible. So thanks for joining us tonight. We sure appreciate every chance we get to work with you, and thank you for your vision and your desire to work with us here at Shoply. We are very grateful. Thanks very much. And we wish you the best week, the best evening, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.